just in time for Espo to show up and then Squishy to leave.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
I want to apologize to everybody because I think this is the first time. No, because
No.
when I was at your house, I sat down.
Yes.
And maybe for a few of the first few episodes when I was in my living room. Right?
I don't even remember that far back.
I
Yeah.
was there.
I mean, I remember you going into the office, but I don't remember what it was like in the living room.
Yeah, right? I don't either. Like, I was like...
I don't remember anything beyond...
It's your living room.
Yeah, right? I don't really remember being in my living room, but...
It happened.
There was a couple episodes. The first couple episodes, I was in my living room, and then I moved into my office with the stand-up desk. Because when I moved into here, I made the stand-up desk. Like, it wasn't a regular desk in here at all. So yeah, I don't recall too many episodes where I was sitting down. So I wanted to formally apologize for being wiped out. I am almost dead. I'm not sick anymore.
He's not quite dead yet.
I work and more work and more work.
He's only mostly dead.
This week is a big week for bicycles. We're having a huge bicycle sale. So Sunday, I worked like all day long selling bicycles, talking to families. All these kids came in to see Mr. Espo and buy a bicycle, and I got them all fitted on bikes and it was awesome. It was awesome. And then we're getting down to the nitty gritty at school, and yeah, so I apologize. I'm sitting down. I know everybody's cheering. Yay. Espo's not his hyperactive, crazy self anymore.
That's okay.
We're glad you're taking care of yourself. Not forcing yourself to stand.
Well, dude, I could stand. I can do it, but I don't want to.
And that's okay.
And then I have to wake up at 3 because we're getting a truck full of bicycles tomorrow morning. So I got to go in at 4, unload all the bicycles and organize them, and then go teach all day, then come back and build those bicycles Wednesday night or sell them, one or the other. So till 10 o'clock.
Hey, Versika. So I do want to call out real quick. We have a new visitor in our chat room.
Yes.
Shwan Fabuda, I guess that you would say it. He's joining us. We've been emailing back and forth, and his email is in our show notes. So we'll be talking about that later.
Neat.
So
welcome.
I invited him to come join us and say hi.
Yeah, I got that email today. I apologize, school. It's end of the year stuff, dude, and it's insane right now. And we just got like maybe a dozen new students, which that's not cool. Like, don't do that to kids.
What are you doing? Because your internet just went whack.
I got on battle.net.
Yeah, well, don't.
Oh, okay. Because you missed the news item, and I was going to put it in there.
What is it?
Live stream on the 21st.
It's in there.
Is it? Oh, never mind.
Special live stream on the 21st, 10 a.m.
I got you, dude. I got you. You're good. I just deleted all the news items, by the way.
Yeah, I see that. No, you didn't.
All of them. Yeah, so if you have a choice, don't move your kids' school at the end of the school year. It's bad for the kids. Like, you think they're okay, they're not okay. Like, you don't see them at school and how stressed they are, and how end of the year testing is not just for 3rd, 4th, 5th graders and middle school and high school. It's for everybody. Like, we got kindergarten through 2nd grade testing right now, and it's not cool. Some of these kids, it's their first day of school in a new school, and they have to sit through 3 hours of testing. Come on. That's not cool at all.
No.
Like, yeah. Ridiculous. So.
Well, let's get this party on the road.
Party started or show on the road.
Yeah, exactly. I combine the two. Party on the road.
Party on the road. There you go.
Seems legit.
So I'm going to hit record. Uh-oh. Really?
Yeah,
Oh, you
Dude.
teased me. You're so nice.
look at that. Yeah. I got it Saturday, I think. Yeah, went in there. My phone was dead.
Do is this.
Oh, it's just iPhone. It's the original iPhone. Is that the original iPhone box?
No, it's the 6.
Okay, yeah, you see this?
The 6 Plus.
Oh, look at that.
Y'all have no problems.
Okay, what color? What color?
Squishy.
You did get white, right?
I got the white and the like slate gray.
Yeah, the white front, right.
No. I got it's black with silver. Yeah,
Oh, you
black
got-
with silver.
Oh, you got the black one. Okay. Yeah,
I mean, I
mine's-
can't see it anyway because I get a case on it.
Yeah. I like my white one.
Yeah, I got.
The black. Well, good
Yeah,
for you.
it's-
Good for you.
It's
It's a good upgrade.
Yeah,
Just
it
in
is.
time
I
for,
like it. I like how thin it is. Like it's
Dream hat.
actually thinner than my other one.
It is insanely thin.
Oh, we have to talk about BlizzCon too. What are we doing? We got to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. All
Let's
right, let's
record
do
first, then we can talk.
let's do a podcast.
Sure, why not?
Ah,
We're all here.
Will-
May as well try it.
Will the audio work tonight, or am I going to be able to jam out?
you hear that?
I can hear that. I don't know what it is, but I can hear it.
We'll talk about that too. Okay.
Is that the
Okay.
whispers?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm hitting record right now. You're listening to Legend of the Innkeeper, the Hearthstone podcast for casual players.
Don't mind if I do.
Legend of the Innkeeper. What's that? Hey, I'm Fastidious.
And I'm Squishy Dragon.
And I am pulling up a chair by the hearth, Espo.
Yeah, what's up with that?
That's a long name.
You're sitting.
Dude, just wiped out. Oh my gosh. 2 jobs. So I'm working as a teacher, teaching the children's the arts. And then I have a supposed to be part-time job, but I'm working like 30, 35 hours a week building bicycles for a local sporting goods store. And I sell the bicycles too. And
you
yeah,
ride
so-
them.
Yeah. And when I have time. Oh my goodness. And we're building a house. And I'm taking care of horses or baby dragons or whatever you want to call them.
What
And,
aren't you doing?
I'm not playing Hearthstone. No, I'm actually getting some Hearthstone in too. So I yeah, you know what? Let me just go about my week. Here we go.
Well, I
Ready?
guess you
What do we
should.
do- What do we do this week?
Are you sleeping?
I sleep a little bit.
What,
Dude,
is that tape
Res-
holding your eyes open? I'm just
It
wondering.
is. So I super glued my eyelids up.
I don't think that's healthy.
So, dude, I got to play with Rez and I actually found some time to
Yeah, I think I
play,
interrupted it.
play some Hearthstone. No, we had a good time. It was cool.
Yeah, I
played a
interrupted
little-
it to tell you I was playing Overwatch.
Yeah, and then you stole my friend.
Your only friend.
Yeah, so Rez and I were like, dude, we got to do it. Let's get together. We've both been super busy. Let's play some Hearthstone. So we got together, played some priest and some paladin and some rogue and hunter and warlock and shaman. We played a bunch, and then in comes Vastidius into the Discord channel. Hey, what's up? Oh, I'm playing Overwatch. Oh, you are? Okay. And it was Friday night, so it was like the stress test weekend. So I was like, all right, well, I guess.
Well, y'all were both like, "Oh, it starts now." I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
it started.
well, I was like, oh, okay. You know, I knew what was going to happen. I knew it would take me at least 2 days to download it, and I wouldn't be able to do the stress test. So, Rez was like, wow, I was waiting for this. This is awesome. So he goes ahead, downloads it. 5 minutes later, he's booted out of Discord. He's having serious issues, and he says, "Oh man, I can't play Overwatch and be in Discord at the same time. I'll see you guys later." so, so Rez ditched. He downloaded and ditched, and then I said, "Well, since you guys are doing that, I will start to download." And of course, when I'm downloading, like I can't do anything else. So I just sat there and watched the bar go for 2 days. And then Sunday morning, I did play a little bit of
I was
Overwatch.
gonna say, did you ever get in and play?
Yeah, I played some dude with a bow.
What?
Uh,
You're kidding me? It was still going Sunday morning?
I did it Sunday morning. Like, I played Sunday morning.
See, I heard it was only Friday and Saturday, and I forgot, and I got busy, and I didn't end up playing it, and I was really bummed out, and,
Uh,
and I could have played it. Ah!
I mean, I can still play now if I want, but I don't want to because I
But
don't know
it's
how to
not
play.
still the open beta, right?
Right.
I don't know.
It's
I don't know
regular
what's going on.
beta, and the regular
Yeah.
beta is going to end shortly.
Alas.
Well, anyway,
I'll just have to wait
so
for
that game is it's a little bit too fast paced for me. I'd look down at the buttons to hit them, and I'd
And you
look
were
up
dead.
and I'd be dead, and then I'd spawn, and I would get my bow ready, and I would move it across the screen, and the guy would be gone, and then I'd try to shoot, and he would be gone. So I tried to shoot some robots and tried to go and practice, and yeah, the robots ended up killing me because I couldn't move fast enough. It was bad. Like I would look down.
Was it
I would
your
look.
internet or?
Well, it was a combination of both actually, because my dude was jumping around the screen, and I don't think he was supposed to jump. Like he was phasing in and out, and I'm like, this dude isn't supposed to phase. Like I think it's Tracer that phases right from here to
Yep.
there. Yeah, my dude was that dude with the bow,
Mhm.
and he's not supposed to phase. I don't think. You're phasing, and then I'm like looking down to hit buttons to like make him shoot his bow, and then I look up, and of course I'm dead. It was just all around just a bad game for the Espo. I can't. That was a bad game. Can't play that game. So I went ahead and played some Hearthstone again. Had a good time. Played some Rogue and Hunter and Shaman, and played one game with Paladin because I wanted to see my golden dudes. Who doesn't want to make golden dudes?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was it. For those of you that missed last week, after the after show,
That's right.
I actually planned it Saturday night. I hit 499, and then waited till Tuesday. Used my patience to wait until Tuesday to do the after show, where I did play one game with my Zero to Hero deck, the Paladin deck that Zeroshio told me about. So I played that once, and it was pretty easy to win my 500th battle in ranked mode with Paladin. So I got golden dudes, which is pretty cool.
Congratulations.
By the
Yeah,
way,
thank
on a side note, the character I was talking about is Hanzo. Hanzo, however you
Hanzo.
prefer to say it.
Yeah, he's too fast for me, I think. I don't know. I might go back in and try to play. I don't know. I'm just not very fast right now.
You know, I'm not very good at that type of game either. And some guys at work, they're very
Quick
They're-
reflexes?
yeah, quicker reflexes. They're younger. They're totally into like Destiny and those types of games, and they talk about it all the time. Like, yeah, I can't wait for Overwatch to come out. And so I encourage them to try and jump into it this weekend. And then on Monday, they're all like, "Did you play? Did you play?" It's like, "Yeah, it's okay. It's not bad." And they're like, "What do you mean not bad? It's awesome." Like, yeah, but I just kept getting killed. You know, I just don't have the reflexes. And they're like,
We play Hearthstone for a reason.
yeah.
Yeah. And even there, I'm kind of too slow.
Well, that's partially your internet, or or talking.
Both. I
Yes.
think it's a combination. It's all three. All three.
Well, I'm gonna have to try Overwatch again. because I enjoy fast-paced games. So
Yeah,
Well,
you're
we'll see how it goes.
I ended the week on about 5,900 gold and 4,600 dust. So I am ready for the news and what we
okay.
have in store. So who's up next? I want to hear what you guys did.
Squishy.
Okay, so this week, I actually played some ranked, and I got
This was like what?
Whoa, that's awesome.
I got all the way down to rank 25. So yeah,
I
real,
think you're
real,
going.
real well there.
I think you're
Meaning
going the wrong way.
one.
You're going the wrong way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't go down any or up, So yeah, I only played one game, but
Oh, well, okay then.
yeah, I
Okay.
played one game and I lost.
So I
Anywho,
did encourage her to play a Tavern Brawl this week or last
Okay.
week.
Yeah.
when was this? I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, and she did the same thing that happened last time that she went in there and played it in games. I hate the Tavern Brawl.
Yeah. That last week's Tavern Brawl was not
Rough.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I still
especially
don't
for new
remember
players.
this.
don't worry about
I don't remember this.
I,
She
I
blocked it out of
wiped
her
it from my
mind.
memory. Yeah. No, but okay, so can I have some questions about playing ranked?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I was playing against a druid with my hunter, and he had a lot of taunts, which was super annoying. He had taunts and divine shields and everything, like constantly, especially late game. Um, but my biggest question right now is when should I attack their minion, and when should I leave it to let them attack me? Because either
Uh,
way, it's going to kill off both, so should I wait and let them take out mine, or should I take out theirs?
That's an excellent question
Yeah.
because it does depend on a lot of factors. One of the big factors is if you leave your minion on the board and you have a taunt. Are you talking about? Is yours
Uh,
taunt?
different times, but yeah, if we both had taunts or something, or if I had a
Okay.
taunt.
If you both have taunts and you're not going to destroy his minion, sometimes it's better to leave the turn for him to attack so
Mhm,
that he doesn't hit you.
mhm.
If you hit him and destroy your minion, then you've just opened the path for him. But if
If
you
the
leave,
minion's taunt.
if
Yeah.
it's a minion that's taunt, yeah. So basically, leaving your minion there forces him to have to take an action to take that taunt out, which takes one of his turns away or moves away that turn. It can be advantageous for you. But if you have a minion on the board that's not going to destroy his taunt, sometimes it is better to wait, especially if you have multiple minions, because then he has more threats to have to deal with. And you
Okay.
may be able to do something the next turn to be able to take that out.
So basically, wait, you recap for me. I want to make sure I'm getting this right.
Espo, you got something to throw in there?
well, what you try to establish is you try to keep your board state. So if you're gonna wipe out your minions by killing off his one minion, or not even killing it off, then it's almost better to wait. And you also have to think about the class. So if you're playing against a druid and you have a bigger minion and then a couple lower health minions, then you're kind of open to swipe. So
Hmm.
you're almost better off running all your guys into his one minion to try to kill it off because he's just going to keep it alive by swiping you. Or if it's like turn 7 for a mage and you have a bunch of minions and you're like, I'm not going to kill them off, I'm going to wait. And then he just
Mm-hmm.
flame strikes and then he runs all his minions into your face. So you kind of got to know your opponent
Yep.
also, know what spells they've already played in the way of like AoEs or what they call board wipes. You know, try to keep that in memory. There's also a very good third-party app that you can run while you're playing called Hearthstone Deck Tracker. That also helps to know, have they played two Flame Strikes, or have they played, a Arcane Explosion or
Mm-hmm.
Blizzard, or you kind of try to think. At least that's how I played. I think, well, if I run all my guys into him, I'm open, for him to lay down a big fatty and come to my face. And like Vastidius said, if you have a lot of minions and he only has a few, you're almost better off to leave them and hope that he doesn't have a board wipe. That way he has all these minions to get rid of, and
Hmm.
he's got no choice but to weaken his minions by running them into yours or kill his off.
One
So
thing also with his example with Druid, if you leave a bunch of minions on the board for a Druid, then you put yourself at risk of having Savage Roar, which gives them all extra attack, and then attack you in the face and has even more damage. But I think the key point here is that you need to know your opponent, which means you
Which
need
I
to
don't.
know about the
yeah,
cards that each class can play.
Okay.
well,
So
know,
pretend I'm a new player. What does swipe mean?
You are a new player.
I know this, but
okay.
maybe the newer player doesn't know this, right?
So swipe,
Good
flame
question.
strike. So swipe, flame strike, unleash the hounds. They're cards that enable the other person to kind of get rid of
Wait, is
your
swipe a
board
card?
easy. Yeah, so swipe is
I
a
knew that.
4-cost card. It's a spell for druids. So it deals 4 damage to one character and then deals 1 damage to the others.
Gotcha.
So you could actually do the 4 damage. You could target their face and then do 1 damage to all their other minions. You could target 1 minion and then do 1 damage to everything else, including their face. Um, Blizzard is a 6-cost, deal 2 damage and freeze everything. So if the 2 damage doesn't kill it, it just freezes it. That only does it to minions. Unleash the Hounds is similar in a way that if you have a bunch of minions on the board, the hunter can play Unleash the Hounds, which is a 3-cost spell, and get a 1/1 hound for every one of your minions, and then run those hounds into wherever he wants because they have charge.
So that would be a
Okay.
case where you would want to get rid of your minions to avoid having that happen.
So, in like Vestidia said, knowing your opponent is huge. Again, I've said this before. Go in, play the Innkeeper, learn those classes, learn their cards, at least learn the basic cards.
Hmm.
Well, here's another
That way
thought
you
too.
know.
If you don't have cards, and you're saying, "Well, I don't have the cards, so I don't know ways to play." Yeah, I don't have swipe. I don't have all these cards for a druid. How do I learn about druid? There's a thing called Twitch that we're on right now, and there's people streaming games all the time, and they have typically most of the cards. So if you watch 10, 20 games of somebody playing a specific class, or you'll learn a lot about what that class has just by looking at their cards. And that's another way to learn without having to invest anything. You can totally learn from watching other people play. And you can ask questions.
All friendly characters plus 2 attack that turn,
And
including yourself.
you should
including
really
those
like that
things.
card, by the way. 3 trees with 2/2s on, it's insane.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, you did say 3
So
2/2 trees, right?
learn your opponents, and like Vestidia said, Twitch is great. YouTube's incredible. Like you can just do a
That's true.
YouTube search for Druid and Hearthstone Druid and just watch all the Druid plays you want, the craziness that occurs, and go watch Trollden, his happy and funny moments.
That's fun.
He's got some great stuff going
Watch out for
on.
the language, though, unfortunately.
Oh,
Yeah. All the time. Anytime you're on Twitch, anytime you're on YouTube,
unless you're on one of our channels.
definitely be careful because I've all too often I've tried to play some music in my classroom from YouTube, and a commercial comes up, and it's a little lewd or inappropriate. So even the commercials are a little
Yeah.
crazy on YouTube. So
Well, Squishy, did you do anything else this week that you want to talk about?
No, that was the biggest thing for me. So
Okay.
that
My
she
turn?
can remember. That she can
yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Exactly.
The rest I've all blocked from my memory.
That's right.
Okay, so I did play a little Hearthstone. I did play the Tavern Brawl. It was okay. I won one game and got done and moved on. It didn't not something I was excited about. And I did play some regular Hearthstone, trying to get some more quests done so that I can build up my coin amounts as well. And I'm up to 1,800 gold. So it's another 18 packs, and I am up to 3,300 dust, so 2 legendaries. So
Very nice.
got a little bit hanging out there. I'm gonna try and see if I can get a little bit more before launch day. So we'll see what happens. But I'm mainly then focusing on when I'm not doing quests, playing mage, try and get my mage up to a golden mage. I did manage to get to 300 this week.
Wow,
At
dude,
300.
you were doing it.
And I was enjoying it because of what we'll talk about in the news in a minute, because I got a little extra bling, a little bling. That's what I should say, a little extra bling on my mage. So.
Craziness that occurs, and go watch Trollden. His happy and funny moments. Um,
That's fun.
he's got some great stuff going
Watch out for
on.
the language, though, unfortunately.
Aw.
Yeah, yeah. You well all the time. Anytime you're on Twitch, anytime you're on YouTube,
Unless you're on one of
def,
our channels.
definitely be careful because I've all too often I've tried to play some music in my classroom from YouTube, and a commercial comes up, and it's a little lewd or inappropriate. So
Mm.
even the commercials are a little
Yeah.
crazy on YouTube. So
Well, Squishy, did you do anything else this week that you want to talk about?
No, that was the biggest thing for me. So,
Okay.
that
My
she can
turn?
remember. That she can
yeah,
remember.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
The rest I've all blocked from my memory.
That's right.
Okay, so I did play a little Hearthstone. I did play the Tavern Brawl. It was okay. I won one game and got done and moved on. It didn't, not something I was like excited about. And I did play some regular Hearthstone, trying to get some more quests done so that I can build up my coin um, amounts as well. And I'm up to 1,800 gold. So it's another 18 packs. And I'm up to 3,300 dust. So 2 legendaries. So
Very nice.
got a little bit hanging out there. I'm going to try and see if I can get a little bit more before launch day. So we'll see what happens. But I'm mainly then focusing on when I'm not doing quests, playing mage, try and get my mage up to a golden mage. I did manage to get to 300 this week.
Wow,
At
dude,
300.
you were doing it.
And I was enjoying it because of what we'll talk about in the news in a minute, because I got a little extra bling, a little bling. That's what I should say, a little extra bling on my mage. So that's pretty much it. Just that.
Okay, great. Next topic. What blank?
Okay. Well, there's a new hero portrait.
Ah.
In celebration for the Wild Animal Day, or whatever you want to call it, the World Wildlife Foundation, or the World Wildlife Fund, has a promotion deal with Apple that if you... Many different companies and games and applications are doing a special deal in the games to shop until the 24th of April. And it's only for iOS devices. So this is kind of the key thing. So if you're interested in this, you have to do it on an iOS device. For the promotion, Apple has, Blizzard has put out a new hero portrait, which is Khadgar. He's a mage portrait. So yes, we now have 3 different mages you can choose from, which is kind of weird that they didn't do another class. But Khadgar is available. It's a $4.99 one-time purchase, and you get the character and you get his animation and all that stuff. And it's he's really kind of a cool thing. Lots of new emotes and all that stuff. And once you have him and you've purchased him, all the proceeds go to the world. All 100% of it goes to the World Wildlife Fund, which is kind of a neat thing because you're promoting that. And I hear their charity is really a pretty good charity, where like 78% of all funds coming into them go actually to help promote what they're supporting with the World Wildlife Fund. So it's really one of the better charities out there. So, and once you have them, you can use them on any device. I don't know if I said that, but so you're not locked down to only iOS, so to speak. There were a few issues when it first came out, because when you updated your Hearthstone app to get that, you get a new green icon on the iPad. But what was happening is it's a new version. So if you were playing somebody who was on a computer, they hadn't updated that yet. It took another 8 to 10 hours for them to get the update pushed out for the PC. So you couldn't actually play against any PC players because they're on a different version. This actually hurt somebody in one of the tournaments this week. I forgot who it was that got hit with it, but he was in the tournament and he had updated his iPad, and we're getting feedback suddenly really bad. Okay, it's not gone. I think it's gone. I'm looking at Jill. I'm looking at Squishy because I'm sure she's the one that's culprit.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah,
I was just sitting here.
it
My
was
hands
it
are
was already
clean.
you that had it happen to him, and because his client was on a different version, he actually got dis not discontinued, disqualified from the tournament because he was on playing a different version. So he was a little upset about that. He's like, here I am supporting the World Wildlife Fund and end up getting disqualified from the tournament because I'm helping. So
That's not cool.
yeah, it was not too cool. So I'm not sure how that's gonna end, if anything will change because of that, but it wasn't his fault. He was just
Yeah, they should have
doing
told
what
me
he could.
about that, you know?
I think they did. It's just the rules were you have to be playing the same version as everybody else to keep people from cheating. And that type of
Okay,
thing.
then everybody should get the same wildlife
Exactly. Yeah.
supporting one. But, I know not everyone has the money. Me, starving artist.
Yeah. So I have never purchased any of the hero portraits, but it's a mage one, and he's really cool looking. He was cool. So I was having a good time playing with that one. So yeah.
Yeah, the Fire Blast. So it's still the same icon. It's just,
Hmm.
of course, it looks like the golden version. It's a little
Yeah.
animated. But what's cool is, so you click Fire Blast and point to where you want it to go, and it shoots a arcane missile,
It's cool.
like a little
Oh wait,
purple arcane missile.
I forgot to do this because you threw me off guard. This is Khadgar's music. I was gonna have it running in the background. We talked about it.
So, another cool thing about the new hero is that
We'll distract.
Every time Ezra starts talking, the music stops. And every time he pauses, it starts playing.
Uh,
the new emotes.
yes. I think that's throwing you off.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Carry on.
So, well, I was just saying, like, it's cool because he throws an arcane missile, and then, of course, the new emotes, and yeah, the new greetings, cool stuff. $4.99, I think it's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
So get out there, get your Khadgar.
And it
I
is limited. It is a
I
limited
try
edition.
I tried to get it. Yeah, so it looks like it's on sale until the 24th. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
I tried to get it on my phone. Of course, I don't have my credit card information in my iTunes. So I have to go ahead and do that and try to,
Okay.
yeah.
There
Because
you
when
go.
it wanted to verify, it was like, hey, you don't have any money.
You're
It's like,
like,
you're
well,
not going to,
I know.
my iPhone just doesn't pay for this stuff?
You must have been on my account.
Yeah, maybe.
Now we're hearing echo again.
Getting a bad echo over there on Squishy's end.
It's not me. I didn't do anything.
Might we turn your gain down again?
Up and down.
Yep. Sorry.
So yeah,
Technical
I was pretty excited. Rez, actually, I was at work, and Rez said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm teaching." And he said, "I just bought Khadgar," and I knew exactly what he meant. You know, we had not talked Hearthstone in probably 2 or 3 weeks, and I knew exactly what he meant, and I didn't even know like that the hero portrait came out. He was on top of it. So I looked, and sure enough, third mage hero portrait. So we have
What's up
Jaina,
with that?
we have Medivh, we have Khadgar. Oh, how about some Warlock love here? Come on,
No doubt.
some Warlock love.
So that's not the big news of this week. The big news of the week is we're on the Google Play Store now.
That's
Yeah.
right. So that's
That's
huge. Because a lot of people.
What?
Okay. Just carry on, I guess.
I'll try. So a lot of people don't have iOS devices. They don't like using iTunes. They don't like using, the Mac stuff. So you got Google Play, which is on Android devices. So you can now listen to Legend of the Innkeeper and subscribe and do all the cool stuff that all the people on iTunes were doing. Just you'll be on Google Play, and I think it's just that much cooler. So go out there, and even if you do have an iOS device, get on your PC, get on Google Play, and subscribe. It helps us out, and it helps gets us some accolades with Google.
Yep. And the other big news for this week is BlizzCon tickets go on sale this week. In fact,
Yay!
tomorrow, 7 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah,
So-
21st and the 23rd. I think they go on
Yes.
sale the 23rd also.
Correct. There's 2 times you can purchase them. So get your tickets. And we're planning on being there. The question is if we can get tickets or not. We'll be there.
I think that isn't there one more thing that came out this week?
Oh, yeah. There's one more thing. There's a special live stream on Thursday.
That's right.
It's the 21st at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It sounds like Ben Brode's going to get on and be goofy with the new cards and show us some stuff and all that.
And the caster extraordinaire Frodan.
That's right.
He'll be on there too.
yeah.
So that's
Other than that, there hasn't been a whole lot of news this week.
1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Is that right?
10. Yeah, correct. 10 a.m.
So that'll be
Pacific.
That'll be on the Play Hearthstone Twitch account.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to see them playing with the new cards. Oh no! You know what? I know why they're doing that.
What?
Because next Tuesday, Whispers of the Old Gods comes out.
What?
Yeah, that's what we missed.
Oh, I knew there was some out there we were going to talk about.
That's right. Yeah.
So I was wrong. Let me admit it right here on the show. I was wrong. I just admitted on Twitter earlier today. I said that it wouldn't happen until after DreamHack, which, by the way, we're going to go be there. If you're going to be a DreamHack, we're going to see you.
Yep.
Squishy and I will be there. Espo can't come.
Sad.
But look for us. We're going to be there. We'll be there Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. And we got T-shirts with the logo so that you can find us easily. So
Except mine's black, so.
yeah, great.
You'll find Vestidius and all the
Yeah, you won't see her in the mix of all the other gamers in black, right?
I'm a ninja.
So sad.
Mine's blue, kind of
bright blue.
Like the shirt I'm wearing right now, but it's even brighter. So,
I wish I could be there.
So do I. I wish you could too.
I know, right?
So yeah. So DreamHack is coming up. That's May 6th, 7th, and 8th, I think. And so we're going to see some
I
of these.
apologize to all the people who listen to the podcast after this has happened and are dying to go, because that'd be sad.
But you can come to BlizzCon to see us at BlizzCon.
Yes.
So this is actually, it's called DreamHack Austin, is that correct?
Correct. Yep. It's the very first DreamHack happening in the U.S.
That's what I was going to ask if it is. That's cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Cool. That's super cool, guys.
So, back to the news. The 26th. That's next Tuesday, right?
Correct.
Does that mean we're going to skip the show and just? Or just
I say we do the show and we all do it like this.
He's staring at the screen.
or we're just playing Hearthstone.
Except, I suppose it's going to be robotic the entire time because he's playing Hearthstone at the same time.
Oh,
Vestidius and I can stream, and Espo will have no camera, so that maybe it'll help.
Yeah, no camera.
So yes, it's coming out next week on Tuesday the 26th. On the 27th for EU and Asia. I'm sorry. So it's going to be out. It's going to be live. All 134 cards, I believe it is. We have only seen like 78 of them, so there's a ton left to see.
So tell me this, Vestidius. What else will be live that day? Because we've got a lot of stuff coming. I mean, big changes. Will that be happening on the same day?
Yes, everything happens and falls that day. So you have brand new cards.
Yes.
134 new cards. You have 2 expansions from expansion and a adventure pack going away into from standard to wild. And what that means is there's going to be 2 modes now in the game. Standard mode is what is going to be, everything is going to be based off of that for tournaments and official events. And it's essentially the most recent cards and the most recent expansions. Then you have wild mode, which includes all the cards ever released. So it's going to be a lot crazier play because there's going to be interactions between cards that you may not expect and are just a little more crazy, so to speak. That's why they call it wild.
So you're switching between these modes, and from what it looks like, where you would usually click whether you want to play ranked or casual, there's a button in between the two where you can switch between wild and standard. Now, with that, you're also going to lose an item, 2 items in the store. So you will no longer be able to buy GVG cards. So Goblins versus Gnomes, gone. And Naxxramas, gone.
Yep.
So if you are a completionist, if you're a collector, get in the store ASAP, buy up as much as you can, because next Tuesday you will no longer be able to buy Naxxramas. At least get the first wing, because they said if you have purchased the first wing, you'll be able to purchase the rest of it. But if you haven't, by Tuesday, sorry, you can't get it. And that stinks, because it's really cool content. So
Well, Squishy got hers.
I did, and I was about to say that. I'm like, I got it, and it is fun. So,
And she's
buy
actually been
it.
playing through it.
I have. I only done the first wing because that's the only one I bought, and I have no money. But
I was gonna say just real quickly. I was double checking. The cards are still in there. They are there. Goblins versus Gnomes is very much still available, but it does have a message out there saying, "Leaving the shop soon. Learn more here." And the Naxxramas Adventure. So learn more. It's leaving the shop soon. So, if you want to do that, make sure you do it quickly.
yeah, so there's some big changes coming down the pipe. If you don't,
And you with this adventure and with this new expansion, they did expand already your number of card slots available to you for deck slots. Sorry, you now have 18 slots available, so that you can either use them for wild, or you can use them for standard, or you can use them for the both, and you can switch them out how many ever you want for each pack, each round for one using. But I've already filled all my slots.
mine are all full also.
Didn't take long.
No, it was like that day. I deleted all, because what they did was they took, they really didn't add, they kind of added slots, but they took the basic decks and they allowed you to delete them.
Yep.
So that you could just put your own in there, which I think that's the cheap way out. I think they should have just given us another 9 slots and said, here, have at it. But anyway, it's, they have a reason for everything. I'm sure there's something going on there that they're planning down the road that we don't know yet. So something pro is going to happen, and that's for us to find out later on.
apparently so.
Well, trying to think if there's anything else coming with this expansion that we need. I know there's a new board. And
Yeah, so
I don't think we've seen the board yet.
I know I haven't, because I'm always into like all the clickables. I like the clickables.
The clickables.
Yeah, because with Blackrock Mountain, you got the lava that you could get Ragnaros's hammer sunk in, and then if you did it enough, you got the Black Seahorse. That was awesome.
Yep.
Yep.
And I don't have anything else. So I was just trying to see if there was anything on the... it's oldgods.com. That's right.
Cthulhu. So when you open your first... with... I think everybody's getting a free pack. Is that...
3 free packs.
Yeah, okay. I thought I read that somewhere. Everyone will get 3 free packs. So that first pack you open will have a legendary, and it will be Cthulhu.
Yep.
That way everyone will have Cthulhu, whether you spend money, free to play or what. You're going to get those 3 Whispers of the Old Gods packs on Tuesday. Make sure you log in and open those. I want to hear what you guys get.
My first legendary. Cool. Yay!
Yeah, there we go. So you'll get a legendary.
Beat Arianman to the legendary, because it's a guaranteed.
Right. Guaranteed legendary. So
maybe you'll get one.
Maybe you'll get Mogre the Ogre. No, that won't happen. So that's happening. So you'll get 3 packs. You'll get Cthulhu. Also, keep in mind that if you are an arena player, some of these cards, this is the first time we're seeing this, are illegal or not playable in arena.
Mm-hmm.
So, during the arena, you at the beginning you choose a class, then you get 3 cards pop up and you choose one of those cards to put in your deck. The Cthulhu cards, which I think there's 16 or 17, will not be available in the arena, which, again, I think this is the first time we're seeing this, where cards are not in the arena. So
Other
There.
than also the Goblins versus Gnomes and Naxxramas
Yeah.
cards in Arena.
Yeah.
So those aren't leaving.
No, those are not leaving. Yeah, Arena will be like Wild, except without Cthulhu. So, can you imagine a Wild without Cthulhu? Well, that's Arena. So,
Okay, well, this week we did have that one Tavern Brawl, real quick. Just want to mention what it was. It was called the Great Stone of Challenge. You build your own deck, and there's 2 rules you had to follow. One is spells must have an even mana cost, and
Oh, I thought you said smells. And I'm like, what's this I've never heard of? Sorry, continue.
and minions must have an odd attack value. So the rules were the rules they used in the first Challenge Stone tournament, which was hosted by Kingpin, I think it was, or King One. The tournament was run by it, and the players had 20 minutes to build 3 decks using these rules. So it's the same rules they were using there. And if you wanted to, there's actually a link in the show notes for Hearthhead's recap of the tournament. If you want to check it out, it's really kind of a cool tournament, but they have all the different decks that were played, and this is with a lot of the main players that you know of and have heard of were all in this tournament. So it was a lot of fun, and it was okay for a brawl, but I think do better with next week. And, well, we'll come to that later. Okay. So, yeah, that's pretty much... We need to talk about some new cards, because there's a few of them that came out. Not a whole lot, but there are some really significant ones I think we really need to look at. So, anything else before we move on? Good, I didn't think so.
Let's go.
Okay.
Get on these cards.
Oh.
Don't say that. Don't say uh-oh.
I have to fix Squishy's selection picture because her head is off the screen.
What's that for?
I don't know. What did you do? You moved.
I didn't move. I'm sitting in the same spot.
Okay, so the Old Gods. It's a new expansion. It's a new pack. It's got a bunch of new fun. Oops.
Stop saying that.
It just made everybody... Ah!
See, okay. This is not me deleting the slideshow this time. Thank you very much.
There we go. Now let's put us in the right place. Okay, Whispers of the Old Gods. Let's look at the first card this week. Special card is Servant of Yogg-Saron.
Okay.
5 mana, 5/4 minion. He is a mage card.
Imagine that. That didn't really work.
His battle cry is cast a random spell that costs 5 or less targets chosen randomly.
So, random question: is that a random spell that is in your deck, and it uses a card? I would assume not, right?
yeah, this can be anything in the Hearthstone world.
Okay.
Well, specifically, let me just tell you, this, if you're playing in Standard, is 190 different spells.
Okay.
If you're playing in Wild, there's 212 spells. So there's a lot of spells, and this doesn't count the ones that are being pulled out with the expansions changing.
Goodness.
So, and if you want to see what they are, there is a link in the show notes that has a filter on Hearthhead's massive database to show you exactly which of those 190 spells are going to be available for you to use. So, crazy stuff.
My thing is, so this is really bad.
This is awesome.
No,
Dude, this is like the random.
Okay, so if you're running
Hold on.
random mage, and I'd say mage is the best class. for
Casino
random.
Mage. Casino Mage is going to love this card.
Sure. So you
Listen,
go ahead
Sure.
and play this guy, and
You're
then
jealous.
you could cast a spell. Like, what if you get one of those crazy warlock spells? Cast like power overwhelming on something and kill it at the end of your turn.
Oh, you mean like Astral Communion?
That's not a warlock spell, but okay.
That's true.
So what happens if you get like one of those spells that discards cards from your hand? Or I mean, this card could literally kill you. You could
Literally.
die.
Huh? Or using the proper use of literally.
Yeah, I think you could die.
Yes.
die.
It could
I
kill
mean-
you. There is a chance. But
Yeah.
190 spells.
Yeah,
That'd be
it's gonna be
odds.
fun. It's gonna be fun.
This
So
is fun.
Hellfire, deal 3 damage to everything. Why not?
Okay, how about this? What if you played Bronzebeard before you did this?
Yeah, he's a crazy guy too, and he makes this card even crazier.
So what happens though, from what I'm reading, is it doesn't go out and get 2 random spells. It just takes that one spell and plays it twice.
Okay.
Okay. That could be even worse then.
It could be, yes. Also, should mention that it does not work with cards like Flame Waker and Mana Worm, cards that benefit from additional spells being cast. So you won't get an extra 2 shots from Flame Waker by playing this card, because
Yeah, it's
The
the same
card
as Yogg-Saron then.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it's the same as Yogg-Saron.
And it does not work with spell damage, from what it sounds like. So you're not going to have, a Pyroblast for 11 points of damage or 15 points of damage if you have Malygos on the board.
You can't have a Pyroblast anyway.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's under
Pyroblast costs
5. Yep, sorry. I was just trying to think of a good example, and that's not a good example. So
That's a horrible example. How about a kill command? Kill command. So if you have a beast on board, cast kill command on this dude. It would cast it on itself and kill itself. Yeah. I see this really being crazy. Run a Yogg-Saron crazy random deck and have all kind of just random stuff going on. I like it, but in the way of being competitive, this is like a no-go. Negative, no-go. Let's never play this to be competitive.
Too much risk.
The risk is insane.
yes,
This has way too much risk.
Just a little bit.
I think I'm going to be laughing way too much with this card.
That's right. This card will guarantee fun.
It'll make you laugh. It'll make
if
you.
you're into that kind of thing.
So I think what you're trying to say is that if you do not like random cards, don't ever play this card.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what about the art?
Not bad. A lot of purple.
It's another purple card. Huh.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm noticing a theme with Whispers of the Old Gods. Lots of that lavender, purple, pink, that kind of.
It's all purple, pink, blues, and greens. Like there's no.
Yeah.
There's like 2 cards that are really red. Other than that, the rest don't really have any red at all.
Right? That crazy red guy is red.
Because that sums it up. Yep. Yeah. So most of these cards are definitely cool colors. So, yep.
Okay.
Next one. Faceless Summoner. I'm taking over now.
Go ahead.
Like caffeine, you better be ready, boy. It's a 6 cost, 5/5. Battle cry is summon a random 3 cost minion. Over to you guys.
This guy. This guy.
Hey, look, it's a
okay.
mage card.
I
Another
know, right?
one.
So anytime you can play 1 card and get 2 bodies on the board, it's usually pretty good. If you remember back in the old day, in Alpha, Beta, with the Defias Ringleader, you would coin him out and you'd get 2 dudes and it was busted. Just busted. So anytime you can play a card. Now, so at the very, very least, you summon a 3-cost minion and its stats are what? 1/2 maybe, or 2/1?
Well, on average, you're probably going to get a 3/3 minion on average.
Yeah, so I mean, you're getting 8/8 worth of stats
For 6 mana.
For 6 mana.
Yep.
And
if you have Braun on the board, you get 2/3.
There he is again. You're on the
Braun,
on
man,
the,
he's a rockin' in this whole expansion.
Bronzebeard kick. He's doing it. But this guy, I'm liking this guy a lot, and I really like him because he's a common card.
Yeah,
So
that's
you'll
what's
be able
got
to.
a lot of people shocked. They're like, "What? It's a common? Really?"
Yeah, so he's gonna be bonk. I think he'll be bonkers in Arena. I think he's an instant pick in Arena.
Absolutely. Yes.
I mean, in Arena, board presence is huge. So this guy going to get you that board presence. Imagine if you got the guy that deals 3 damage to himself when he comes
Injured
into
Blade
play.
Master.
Injured Blade Master, right?
In fact,
Imagine if you pulled him.
There's
right?
a couple others that I would suggest.
I'll just let you go. I'll let
Okay, so some of the better choices that could happen to you on accident with this guy. Injured Blade Master, which you just mentioned. He's a 4/7 minion, but he does 3 damage to himself. Is that right?
Yeah,
No, he does 4 damage to himself.
Yeah, his battle cry is deal 4 damage to himself. But guess what? Battle cries don't happen when they're pulled from the nether or from your deck or pulled from your hand. Only battle cries happen when you play them. So this guy's battle cry happens, but his battle cry may pull that Injured Blade Master out, and he's a 4/7, and you just got 9/12 worth of stats for 6 mana. I mean, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty heavy.
Okay, another good card would be like a Mounted Raptor, which is a 3/2
Awesome
beast that has a Death Rattle summon a random 1-cost minion, so you get a kind of a double whammy.
Yeah.
You're all about minions on the board.
Yep.
How about a Felguard?
It's decent. He's a demon. He's all right. He doesn't do 5 damage to you when he comes.
No, but he's a taunt.
What's the Felguard?
His destroys a mana crystal.
That's right.
It's his
He's the one that, because there's one minion that does 5 damage to you, and then there's another one that destroys a mana crystal.
Yep.
And Felguard destroys a mana crystal. He will not do that because battle cries do not click when this summons them. So I see you got another guy in there.
I do have another guy, King Mukla.
Right? He's 3 cost.
Yes, he is. He's a 5/5 minion, and his negative is that he gives your opponent 2 bananas.
But guess what? It's a battle cry.
It doesn't happen.
Awesome.
And then probably the best one, Braun Brown's beard.
Dude, you are all over. I tell you what, you are not allowed to call his name out the rest of the
I guarantee
He who shall
I'm gonna say it
not
one
be
more time.
named.
He who shall not be named. You are correct.
So now let me give you some of the bad ones.
How about the bad guys? We heard the good guys. I want to hear about the bad guys.
Warsong Commander.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
Yeah, he's a bad.
His
Fencing
battle
Coach.
cry, it won't go off. Yeah.
The
Yeah, his
fencing
battle
coach.
cry.
He's
His
bad.
battle-
Brute.
Yeah, his battle cry won't go off.
Cold Light Seer. No cards for you.
Oh, yeah, he's just a 2/2 Murloc.
Yep. Not that great. And then probably the worst one of all, Edwin Van Cleef.
Yeah, that's really bad. His battle cry is awesome, but if it doesn't go off, what is he, a 1/1 normally?
I think so.
Yeah, even so, it's yeah.
Yeah.
I like this guy. This guy as a common, that means everybody's gonna get him. It's gonna make Mage so much fun. I mean,
It's going to make Mage actually a little better in Arena than before.
yeah, because Mage was having a little bit of trouble in Arena.
Of course they are. They're horrible in Arena.
Okay, you keep thinking that.
Okay.
Yeah, I like this guy,
I do.
and the art is really, really cool. He has electric tentacles. Come on, right?
Well,
Look at the purples and blues again.
You gotta wonder how the electricity does with water. Like, that can't be a good thing.
Electric eel. Come on.
It's technically not an eel.
Oh, okay.
Oh, goodness.
Miss marine biologist.
Okay, let's move on to the next one then.
All right.
The next one is actually a Hunter card.
I was gonna say, I can tell. So it's Forlorn Stalker. It's a 3-cost, 4 attack, 2 health. Battle cry, give all Death Rattle minions in your hand +1/+1. I'm
What?
seeing head shake from Espo.
I don't know what's going on here. So, I mean, I first of all, I love the art. Super cool Worgen with a hood.
Yep.
And some cool shoulder pads. He's got a blunderbuss. He is
I can just
He's-
imagine the golden version of this.
Mm.
Oh yeah, super cool with the smoke coming out of the end of the gun.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, so is Blizzard trying to tell us something here? Because I feel like
I think
Hunter
Blizzard
and Death
said,
Rattle.
"Wait till they see this card. They're gonna hate us."
Well, I mean, so stats aren't that great. Three mana for a 4/2. I don't really like it. Battlecry, give all Death Rattle minions in your hand +1/+1. So
So with the new expansion, one of the things that's happening is the Naxxramas expansion or adventure pack is going away
in standard,
in standard.
yeah.
And so what that means is a large number of the Death Rattle cards that are out there are going to be going out of standard. A lot of the good Death Rattle cards. So unless these next 40, 50 cards that we're going to see have some Death Rattle minions, I don't see this is going to work really well in the current standard. In Arena, it's going to be really good, I think. It's going to be really good in Wild with like the Feign Death deck. But there's just there's a limited amount of cards that this is going to be able to interact with in Standard. But they're good ones.
Well,
Have a list.
so you're playing him after you're playing him turn 3 or after, right? So the Death Rattle minions I usually play are turns 1, 2, and 3. And then the rest of the game, I'm not playing any more Death Rattle minions unless it's Sylvanas.
Yeah, but which one of those? What are they? The spider
Yeah, so you're
that
playing.
goes away.
You're playing. Well, and you say go away. Like I'm never
Well,
going
it's
to
not
play
available in
Wild.
Standard.
I will probably only play Wild. So I refuse to say go away. Um, I I just I don't know. I mean, my loot hoarder is now going to be a 3/2. Okay, but am I playing him after? I don't know. It's ah. I don't know. This guy just doesn't do it for me. I love the art though.
Yes.
Super cool art. I think this expansion has some incredible art. I like when they step away from the purples and blues and lavenders and pinks. So this guy, he's he's cool. I'd love to see him in gold.
Yep.
Well, some of the cards that this does work with that are not going away into just Wild mode, Savannah Highmane. Problem with that though is it puts Savannah Highmane into Big Game Hunter territory, but there is rumor that something may be happening with Big Game Hunter. We'll see later on. Probably maybe Thursday. We'll find out something on that. Blood Mage Thalnos. He's no longer a 1/1. He'll be a 2/2. Yay. Sylvanas Windrunner. She'll be a 6/6.
Yeah. Yep.
So a little more toughness to her. Polluted Hoarder, which is one of the newer cards. We'll have a little boost on this. Leper Gnome, the Loot Hoarder, Harvest Golem, and the Huge Toad will all benefit from this.
Yeah. Along with many other cards that are not in standard.
Yes.
I I just wonder what's going to happen with Hunter and Death Rattle. Like they've got something going on. Something's up
You
their
think?
sleeve.
I mean, all it would take is one or two really good, either neutral or hunter cards that
Yeah.
have Death Rattled would blow this out of the water.
Like a a 1 drop, a 2 drop, that has the Death Rattle that you're going to want to give +1/+1 to. I think it'll be okay. I don't know. I got to see this guy in play. I know I'm giving him a lot of grief. I like the art.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens.
Okay, next one.
Next one.
Okay, we have Shadowcaster. It's
Oh
a
yeah.
5 cost, 4/4 minion. Battlecry, choose a friendly minion. Add a 1/1 copy of that, of your, wait, huh?
Add a 1/1 copy to
Yes.
your hand
Oh, okay.
that costs 1.
Oh yeah.
It's a
Pardon,
rogue.
Oh yeah.
pardon
Rogue
the
card.
reading of the dyslexic. The struggle is real.
I love this card. I love this card.
It's a rogue card.
I
I
like
love the art. Yeah, right?
Yep.
The art is totally cool. She
Dude,
is
it's purple.
It's purple
She's got
with
some-
red.
she's got some great armor, and oh my goodness, this card is awesome. Just think of the possibilities,
Oh,
dude.
I have.
My first thought was Sylvanas.
Yep.
I mean, imagine having a 1/1 for one Sylvanas. Um, I mean, you could. What is it? The deal one damage and draw a card, Shiv. So you
Yep.
could toss out Sylvanas and Shiv it to steal Kel'Thuzad off your opponent. Um, it's just, oh my gosh, there's so many possibilities. What's Miracle Rogue, right? You
Mm-hmm.
got a Gadget Zan Auctioneer.
Oh, yep.
So imagine that. Imagine putting a 1/1 copy of Gadget Zan in your
Mm-hmm.
hand. Okay, Gadget Zan Auctioneer, what, 5, 6 cost, and
6.
he's 4/4. And every time you cast a spell, you get to draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
So it works, but
And
not
it's an
great.
extra version of that, so you could carry 2 and end up having 3 to play.
Mm.
Yeah, so you've got you play the one cost Gadget Zan, and then you play all these spells after it. I mean, and it's after turn 5, so you're definitely going to be able to get a few spells off. Oh my goodness, this card, a 1/1 KT in your hand, a 1/1 Ragnaros in your hand. Um, uh,
Well, it works best with cards that have big effects. So
yeah.
Anti-Keelbot, which would be wild. Sylvanas Windrunner, which you mentioned. Ragnaros, of course. What about Edwin Van Cleef?
Oh my
That could
goodness.
actually be insane.
Yes, right? Because Edwin Van Cleef, his battle cry is add +2/+2 for every card that was played before this.
Yes.
So
And if you could
play all
use
these
all
cards
your mana
and then
and
have
then throw
one
him
mana
out.
left to play Edwin Van Cleef, you could get like a 10/10 for 1 mana, or I guess 11/11. Is it just insane?
Yeah.
Um,
Another
Yeah.
deck people were talking about this would work well in is Malagos Rogue. And
okay.
a couple of the other cards that were really good for this, use this on Cold Light Oracles in the mill deck. So you could have a Cold Light
Oh
Oracle.
wow, wow,
Um,
that'd be crazy.
Use it with Therusian.
Emperor T, yeah.
See? Yep.
Oh my goodness, imagine that.
Zarl, which is one of the newest cards, gives toxins on entry and death. So
Yeah.
you could double up on that.
Yep.
Anubarak leaves a 4/4 on the board when he dies. And he comes to the board as a 9 mana, 8/4 minion, which when he dies, he goes back into your deck or your hand. I think deck. But yeah, some crazy stuff. You know what else you could use it on?
Dude, let me guess. B.
Bingo.
It's just is he a dwarf?
Yes.
Does he make battle cries happen twice?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Of course. You know you had to mention him again.
So this card is just bonkers. I love it. And usually epic cards have like either a negative or they just are mainly fun. But man, this guy, I think he's all boss. Like this is gonna be awesome. So what if you put a 1/1 copy of this person in your hand, and then you just keep on copying that 1/1 and get a bunch of 1/1s on the board, just infinite value. I mean, as infinite as your mana is, but so many cool things. This is going to be a lot of fun.
You just can continue on. I mean, there's how many 500 cards that are going to be available that you could probably come up with
Yeah.
a purpose for many of the minions to use this in some way. I was just thinking, what about the golden monkey? Get another one in your hand, and you can turn all your cards to something else once you use all the good ones. You're sometimes left with some really bad legendaries when that card hits the board. What if you could throw
Yeah.
this down and you'd lose it. If you drew it after, no, you'd lose it. Never mind. That wouldn't work with that. Gold
Yeah.
Monkey would change it into something else, but still, there's all kinds of other cards out there that this really impacts quite a bit. So. Okay.
Yeah, so much
Yeah,
cool.
so much fun.
So much cool.
Okay, next card is Demented Frostcaller. It is a 4 cost to attack 4 health minion. After you cast a spell, freeze a random enemy character.
Oh, look, it's a
Is
mage
it rare?
spell.
It's a mage and it's a rare.
So the mage minion.
Nah.
See a little mage love coming with Khadgar being announced? I mean, tons of little mage cards.
I like the art, but as far as this card goes, it's demented.
How appropriate. Well, there's a couple things you need to know about this card. It will not freeze already frozen characters. That is a key piece of information that changes how this card sits with a lot of people. So it's more of a card that you're going to put in a freeze mage deck where you would put a Flame Waker in a tempo mage deck. So this isn't that great of a card. It's Flame Waker is actually a little better than this will be because Flame Waker does 2 damage to random minions on the board, all your enemy minions or opponent. However, this one, if you could get this triggered multiple times in turn, you could freeze multiple minions or even the enemy character. So you could get a little bit of action out of this card. And in a freeze mage deck, you kind of want that. That's the whole point of the deck. So I can see where this could be pretty good and kind of interesting, especially if you can start using, think about just some of the cards you could put with it. So it's not great, but I think it'd be fun in specific situations.
It's cool in a freeze theme deck. I like it in that because instead of doing the Flame Waker where he's pinging for 1, you kind of you're like, hey buddy, guess what? You have all these cool cards. You can't do anything with them because I'm freezing all of them. So you play a bunch of free spells. I think that's kind of cool, because I like running theme decks. Theme decks are a lot of fun for me. So this guy kind of makes me. I think you might have convinced me, Vestidius.
Well, one more piece to it to make it even better is if you play this in Wild with spare parts, because spare parts are 1-cost spells, and you could be throwing those things over and over and over and over again.
And I like the art. Did I mention that? He's got the
art is pretty cool.
The frozen claws.
Is that what I'm looking at? Really? How is that a claw?
I don't know. I thought they were claws, but maybe not. It looks
Whatever
like
it
they're
is.
claws with frozen spheres in the middle.
Actually, they're cell phones. They're just ice cell phones because he's a frost collar.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh my goodness, dad jokes.
Too bad Roshu's not around to hear that.
I know. We think of you whenever we crack dad jokes. Every time I hear a dad joke now, I think Can't Stop, Won't Stop.
Okay, then, moving on to the next card.
Alrighty. We have Shifting Shade. 4 cost, 4 attack, 3 health. Death Rattle, copy a card from your opponent's deck and add it to your hand. This
Guess
is a
who
rare,
gets this?
and I'm going to say Paladin.
No, close
No.
though. Does start with a P.
Look at the color in the background.
What other... You messed me up with starting with a P. What other classes are there?
Well, it's white.
And that helps me how?
Healer?
Healer. Not Paladin. What's the other healer? Priest! I don't play Priest, so yeah.
There's 9 classes, let me see.
I
It's not
know.
Paladin.
I should know that.
It's
So
not Punter.
I know. I'm like,
this guy's
rogue,
kind of
hunter,
interesting because
druid.
it's kind of got that. So Thought Steal's a 3-cost card, and you get 2 of your opponent's cards from their deck, right?
Yes.
But you just, and that's it. That's it. You don't get a minion on the board. If you don't have the mana, you can't play them right away. So this guy's kind of cool because it's a minion on the board, and so
Half a Thought Steal.
yeah, it's like half of a Thought Steal. You get a dude on the board. I kind of like it. I think he's going to go great in my Thief Priest.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wait, so when you get the card added to your hand, can you play it immediately if you have the mana?
Yes.
Okay.
yeah, unless it's the other person's turn because it is a death rattle.
True.
So
True.
they may go ahead and kill him off, and then you get the card in your hand. Well, guess what? You can't play because it's not your turn.
Yep.
Wait your turn.
No, I refuse. Come on, that's what charge is for, right?
Yeah, Okay.
play in between turns.
Well, overall, looking through the forums, this is getting mixed reviews in general. Uncertain, a lot of let's wait and sees. But a lot of people were mentioning this might actually be a good card for the arena, for Priest. For once, a Priest card that might be good in arena.
Hmm.
So,
I didn't know Priest was in the arena.
barely. That's the hope. I mean, he's got a lot of umph. He's got a 4/3 for a card that steals, too. So at the same time, it's a little bit of, it's not a 1/2 or anything like that. It's got a little bit more beef to it. So I'm looking forward to playing it.
I think it'll be
And
fun.
look, the card art is orange. It's not
Yep.
purple.
Lava E. It's not
He's
bad.
got some smoky cinder going on.
Makes me think of Balrog.
Yeah?
Lord of the Rings fans.
A little smaller than.
Well, you never know. He could be massively huge. There's nothing really to scale him with on the card. But
I'm looking forward to playing with this one, though. I think it'd be kind of fun.
I'm excited to put him in my Thief Priest. He's already in there.
Okay, moving on.
all right. Twilight Flamecaller. 3 cost, 2/2.
Ooh, a mage card.
It is a mage card.
What is going on?
Should we just guess what the next card is going to be? Shall we guess now? Yeah. Battle Cry is deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. Card
Okay,
art's pretty cool.
so
by
this
the way.
is just like the Arcane Explosion, except he has a 2/2 body. But actually, hold on a second. Nobody plays Arcane Explosion, so
They do,
Eh.
but it's just, yeah.
this might work in a Control Mage deck.
But he's a 2/2 body. I mean,
Okay, the best thing I can see this against is more of a wild play deck again, in that you're using it against the Muster for Battle,
Every
yeah.
time you say that, I hear mustard,
Mustard
for battle.
and Sad.
Well, you know
Stand
what?
against Darkness. That's the
This guy,
paladin spell.
this guy actually, on turn 6, you can play Bronzebeard and then play this guy.
And kill off both of them. Oh, that's enemy minions. True, that's true. So yeah, you can do 2
you're not
damage.
killing-
But,
yeah, you do 2
but
damage.
I'd put down a sheep instead. Explosive sheep.
Dude, I thought I would totally make you excited about that.
No, that's not. That's 6 mana for something I can do for 4.
Ah, man. Fail.
Yeah, fail. except that would do damage to all your minions, enemy minions, whereas the sheep would kill off your own. So I don't know. Just the only other thing is you with Arcane Explosion you can use spell power.
Yeah. I just think he's too small. He's too little. The card art's totally awesome.
Yep.
But
I
so
really
it's,
like that card art.
in the picture, he does not look like he has 2 health. He
No.
does not.
He looks
He does
pretty
not
awesome.
look like he has 2 health.
See what you don't see.
No.
He's only this big.
The mad scientist, yeah, he looks like he has 2 health. This guy, no, he does not look like he has 2 health. And it's a little misleading. I mean, look at his hood, look at his eyes, look at his beard. Right there. At least 4 health, right? At least.
He looks like Strider, again from Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Okay. So-
He looks pretty awesome.
He's
Like,
using
next-
he's using cell phones too.
So
They're-
next
They're flame phones because there's the flame color.
no.
week in our Lord of the Rings podcast,
Yeah.
we will talk about using puns and yeah.
I'll tell you, he's got a huge belt buckle though.
His belt buckle is gigantic. It goes from like his chest all the way down to his knees.
Poor guy.
He is-
Bending over must be a really big pain.
Yeah.
Well, he
my
unfortunately
stomach
that's why he has 2 health because he always misses ab day. He can't do crunches or leg raises because he
Can't.
has his big belt
Maybe it
buckle.
turns sideways like a little latch or something so he can bend over. And he has to
So he
turn
can
back.
so he can do that so he can exercise. Okay, I believe that he has 2 health now because of that giant belt buckle. That giant cummerbund. We'll call it a cummerbund.
Okay.
It's a cummerbund. that he wears on
Okay.
the outside.
Well, actually, in his case, it's a Cumberburn flame color. Anyways, moving on. We have a legendary, and it's a hunter card.
That it is. It's Princess. I'm gonna say Haran.
It's a good attempt.
That's pretty good.
What would
Probably
you
better
guess,
than mine. I was going to go hoo hoo run.
Espo?
Huron.
Hoo hoo run.
Huron.
Oh, it's a U. So it's like
Huron.
Haran.
Haran.
Yeah, it's a 5 cost, 6 attack, 5 health. Battle cry, trigger a friendly minion's death rattle, effect immediately.
Okay.
It's a beast.
So you're
It's an insect.
targeting Savannah Highmane and getting those 2/2s. You are targeting Loot Hoarder and drawing a card. You were targeting Web Spinner and getting a beast in your hand.
You're playing Bronze Beard before you play this card to get double whammy.
Okay, so you draw 2 cards. You get 4 2/2s. Yeah, all the
Or
jazz.
you get a double steals with Sylvanas.
Sylvanas. Yeah. I
Yeah.
like it. So this guy's kind of cool. He's got a niche in that Death Throttle deck. So again, like I said earlier, you've got this theme that Blizzard's pushing. They're putting Hunter in a corner, and I don't know that that's good.
Well, you know what? This card actually has a nickname now. Yeah. When you play this with Bronzebeard, you play this with Sylvana Highmane, which summons 2/2 hyenas. This is the Hunter's version of Muster for hyenas.
What just happened?
4 hyenas with her on. If you have Sylvanas, the Sylvana Highmane on the board.
You broke Espo.
I don't know what's
Dude,
going on.
that's insane.
It is. I agree.
That's insane.
I agree. Okay.
Okay, this is an insane wild Feign Death deck again card.
I like
It's good
this
in
in
standard, but in wild this is like insane. Again, it points to the fact that if there's another Death Rattle card for hunters, there must be a Death Rattle card coming that's going to make it worth having these in your deck.
Mm-hmm.
How about this one?
I just think,
Major Domo Executus.
yeah, because I mean, you could change yourself into Ragnaros immediately.
Yes, and
So-
keep Major Domo on the board. You're thinking about it. You got 9/7 on the board,
Yeah.
and you turn into Ragnaros.
Okay, so they do 6 damage to you, and then you kill off Major Domo and heal yourself for 6 because you're going back up to 8 again, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
And you have
Uh,
a hero power that does 8 damage.
yeah, I mean,
It's crazy.
you're breaking my brain here because I love Hunter and I love Death Rattle. Death Rattle, we said it before. I think it's my favorite mechanic. I love Death Rattle. I love Hunter. So this is going to be fun. I think I'm overthinking right now. It's hurting myself because I'm trying to think of all the possibilities and I'm coming up with none because my brain's dead. Because you're trying to make a funny joke and I lost it.
I wasn't making a joke. I was serious.
Oh jeez, that's scarier.
Okay, how about this? I got a crazier one for you. How about if you combo this with the new card Infest? Infest gives your minions Death Rattle, add a random beast to your hand.
Ooh.
So this guy could grab that and yeah. So it's like when I said Web Spinner earlier.
Yep.
Trigger, put a beast in your
But
hand.
web spinners are gone in standard, but Ball of Spiders isn't.
Ball of spider monkeys.
Ball of Spider Monkeys,
Spiders.
and then this, or infests your board full of stuff that gives you a bunch of beasts in your hand.
How crazy would it be if Hunter got a card that has something to do with spider monkeys?
I'm hoping so. Oh, I hope so.
Oh yeah,
That'd be awesome.
that would make my life.
And then you could summon an orangutan or a gorilla.
There you go. That's a good thing you're sitting down this week, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on then, because
Okay.
Okay.
Like art.
Oh yes,
Oh
the
yeah,
art on
yeah.
this one. I think it's kind of cool. Like it's a big insect, looks like a praying mantis, and it's got a little crown on its head. Like I like it. I'm good with it. It's got kind of a character to it.
A little cheesy. A little cheesy.
I like it though. Like
And
I'll take it.
It makes me think of, AQ. I mean, in World of Warcraft,
Yeah.
that whole area, these bugs are all over there. And you're doing quests, running around helping the princess and helping the queen and all that other type of thing, and it's brings it back. And they have a unique personality behind them.
Well, I think this one's funny because when I said it's cheesy, if you look, it looks like she's been eating too many Cheetos.
It
you're,
does.
you're right.
Because on the card she has these giant, like
Talons.
I guess what are
Thingies.
those, talons, spikes,
Claws.
praying mantis arms, claws, and they're covered with orange. So she's too many. She's been
One
playing
too
with
many
Chester
Cheetos.
Cheetah. One too many Cheetos. Good job, Princess Hoo Hoo Ron. You know my Cheetos.
Who run. Okay.
Okay, next one is dark. Wait, I had this earlier. Azkoa.
Where are you getting it?
Arakoa.
I was gonna say
Arkoa. Yeah, I don't know what
that's
I was
an
thinking
R,
there.
not a Z.
I think it's Arakoa.
See, card announcing the cards is way more fun with me because I say them completely wrong.
I agree. It's awesome.
This is how, if anyone wants to know, this is how a dyslexic's mind works, is we put in random letters. Or at least for my kind of dyslexia, I put in random letters, so you never know what you're gonna get. Okay, so it is a 6 cost, 5 attack, 7 health, has taunt, and also battle cry, give your Cthulhu +3/+3 wherever it is. It is a common card, and it is, I'm gonna say, warrior. No? Oh, come on, like the card looks like... Okay, it's not rogue.
Nope.
No, okay.
Rogue is black.
It's not hunter. Hunter's green. We've already done...
Yep.
What was it? Paladin? Priest? It's not paladin.
Womp womp.
Not priest.
You're getting there.
Warrior?
You already said warrior.
Did I?
Yeah. Warrior is dark red.
How about druid?
Yeah, there you go.
Twitch chat.
You got it.
You cheated.
Yep, I was running out. I would not think of druid as being brown. Like, I would think of it as being green. Like a nice, light, bright green.
I would agree. Yep. But think of
Yes.
trees. Bark.
Well, it looks like a warrior because
Or
it's like
fur.
earth, and tough and looking. Yeah, anywho.
Okay. Taunt, battle cry, give your Cthulhu +3/+3 wherever it is. Clearly, this is going to be a Cthulhu deck inclusion, right?
Well, if you're building Druid Cthulhu, then why not put this guy in there?
Absolutely.
You'd be remiss not to. You would.
Okay.
You must not have this card. If you
I
don't.
have to say though, this is really. Let's pretend Cthulhu's not on there. It's just a 6 mana 5/7 minion with taunt. It's an awesome, decent, very good card at that stat.
Awesome.
It is not
Decent,
awesome. It is a
good.
very good card at that stat.
I think
Kept
you
going
covered
down.
all the bases.
It's a very
Awesome,
good card.
decent, very good.
Very
we went awesome, and decent, and very good. So
Where I want to be is very good.
okay,
It is better
we're
than
going with very good. We're better than average. Okay,
Going once.
so we're all over the scale. I agree with you, Vestidius. I get your point. I like his staff. It's a giant claw, and
Looks like one of those things that you squeeze the handle to pick up something that you can't quite reach.
yeah, he's
Except it's on green fire.
I like it.
The little claw thing
Yep.
when you're an old person trying to get off the top shelf.
Yep. Well, I mean, they have them at the zoo. Like, they look like little dinosaur heads. Come on now. Everybody loves those.
It looks like a claw, a raven claw.
There you go.
Oh,
I mean, he
That's
kind of
fine.
looks old, too, so maybe he just can't quite reach.
well, they're like the witch doctors or the shaman or something for the tribe of these ravens in World of Warcraft. So, Yeah, this card's very good as it stands, and then you add on top they have the Cthulhu. Thoughts are generally that this would be very, very good in Arena, and also very good in a Ramp Druid deck. Because at a 6 mana, that's kind of a spot that needs a little something for a Druid deck, so this is a really good fit.
I like it.
You don't like
I think
Druids, so you have nothing to say.
well, I'm gonna be building some Cthulhu decks, so this will be included in my
Druid
um
Cthulhu.
my Druid Cthulhu deck.
Okay. Well,
Interesting.
let's move on to the last card.
Okay, can I just say I love this last card.
I suspected you would.
I know, he is so adorable. Okay, it is Shifter Zurus. It is a 1-cost, 1/1, and each turn each turn this is in your hand, transform it into a random minion. Okay, can I talk about the card art? Can we just jump there?
Yeah, let's just do that first.
It is so cute. It looks like he's going, "I am death, fear me," and everyone's just like, "Aww," and he's like, "No, I am death, fear me." It's just, yeah.
Are you saying he's like maybe a little tiny guy and
Yeah, he looks like a little teeny tiny guy, and he's just like
Are,
thinks he's so vicious.
are those his arms?
I
the
think they are.
tentacles? But
Yeah, they're
they
above
have to
the
be
belt.
because yeah, above the
Is
spell.
is he like doing this?
He's a YMCA.
Like
Why?
That's what we're all saying.
so
Why?
so he's looking up at those spheres. I can't get past his tiny tentacle arms. Like he can't even reach past his headphones. He's like,
Can't.
He does have headphones on, doesn't he?
Or like little horns off the side of his head or something.
Okay. This adorable little thing has a little new nickname. Unstable Mortal.
okay, as long as he's in your hand, right?
For as long as he's in your hand. So basically what this card does is when he's in your hand, you've
Okay.
drawn him and now he's in your hand. The next turn, he's going to turn into a random minion. Any minion possible in the game.
Ragnaros.
Ragnaros. Okay, suddenly turn 2 he's Ragnaros. Guess what? You can't play him because you'll have enough mana. Okay, so next turn, he's going to change the next turn into something else.
Edwin Van Cleef.
Okay, great. He's Edwin Van Cleef. You could play him, but you probably don't want to. You probably want to hold on to him. So
How do I know like that it's him though?
well,
Since he's
that's
shifting.
what's so cool. When you hover over him, he actually has a special glow around the card, and there's a tooltip that comes out to remind you that it is Shifter Zerus. So you'll always be able to tell that's him.
So you
Angry
won't count
chicken.
on that card.
When he comes Angry Chicken, you wait till the next turn.
But I mean, so there's just a glow about him then? Like he has a glow?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's got like pink with little hearts coming off.
Okay.
Maybe
Alright.
bubbles.
Bubbles, yeah. Because he's so fearsome.
So he's only a 1/1/1
The first
while he yeah. Well, he
well,
could
the
be a
first turn.
1/1/1
Well,
the next turn
first
also.
in your hand, yeah. No,
So he
it
can
could
turn
be,
back
but
into himself?
Ah, good point.
I believe he can.
Could it be Shifter's Reception, where he just keeps changing back into himself?
That would be horrible.
That would be
think he would get-
awesome.
Imagine how angry he would get.
So basically, each turn you just kind of wait till you get the best opportunity for whatever card he turns into. The longer you wait, the more cards he changes into. But there is a chance, like we've said already, that he could turn into a card that you really want but can't afford to play, and then you end up getting a card you really don't want that you can play.
I really like this guy.
I love it. It's got to be
Like
my
this is
favorite
gonna be
card.
so cool. So you draw into him and just watch the show.
Absolutely.
You never play him. Never play this guy. You just hey, guess what Shifter just changed into? Oh my goodness, guess what my Shifter just the games. Oh, Rez. Oh my goodness. Rez and I are gonna have so much fun. I'll be like, Rez, you're not gonna believe what I just shifted into. What'd you shift into, Spo? Oh, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you the link. Oh, he shifted back into this. Oh, he shifted into this. Yeah. So you never play him. You just let him shift in your hand just
And
for
torture
fun.
your friend by not telling them what it is.
Right.
Turns out he's shifting into like sheep.
Could yeah, I mean he could shift into a you know a Savannah High main.
So it's already been said, and it was just said in our chat room too. This is a fun guaranteed moment going to happen in
Oh
Espo
yeah.
mode. In Espo mode.
Maybe.
A
Maybe.
shifter only tavern brawl.
Now that would be cool. That would be cool.
That would be awesome.
That's ultimately that's what I want. I want to be able to create my own rules for deck building, where you can use unlimited cards, whereas you would make your own, and you can only use these decks in friendly battles.
Correct. That would be cool.
Yeah, right. So we could just go ahead and we could say, all right, put 30 shifters or
Xerus.
Xeruses in your hand. I was trying to make it plural. Xerusai? Is that Xerusai? Xeruses. Yeah, so that's my ultimate dream. So Blizzard, no, never mind.
Make it
Blizzard
happen.
Blizzard doesn't listen to us anymore, dude.
Yeah, they gave up on us a long time.
They did for a while, but they definitely gave up on us. So if anybody out there has an in with Blizzard like we used to, you need to tell them that they need to make a friendly only deck building mode where you could put as many cards. You could put all Ragnaroses, which would be ridiculous, but yeah, whatever.
So you're saying like no limit on the number of cards per deck?
No,
Nope.
no limit on the number of cards.
Specific cards.
Specific cards, yeah.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Still 30 card limit, but you can have.
But you can have 30 of the same.
Right.
Yeah, even legendaries, because right now you can only have one legendary.
Yep.
But yeah, and
We
you
have
wouldn't have
to have this.
and you wouldn't have to have them in your collection.
Just walk
Like-
in.
And they
Yeah,
should call
because-
it Espo mode.
Yeah,
Like
we could call it-
officially.
We
Espo.
could call it Espo mode. That would be all right. I would not be okay with that, but I'd be okay with that. Is that it? Maybe.
How about the fantastic Urn of Nothing?
Is that a card?
No, that would be what the mode would be called.
Oh, I thought we were going on
Fantastic
with.
Urn of
I
Nothing.
thought we were moving on with the cards,
No.
and I didn't see something. I was like, oh no,
It
it's just like
spells
this,
out
this
fun and short, See?
fantastic urn of. Look at
It's
that.
all
There you
fun.
go. Acronyms. You're on top of it.
You're like braining it out. All that smarts.
I got to the bottom of my bottle.
That's it. That mellow yellow.
Right. Well, okay, let's kind of wrap this up because you know what? We've been talking a while, and it's going to get too long.
Oh my goodness, we've been talking a while.
So, anyways, there's some really cool cards in this last announcements and reveals, really cool stuff. I'm looking forward to see what happens, and we're going to find out here very soon because Thursday, Ben Bro's going to tell us all kinds of good stuff and show us what else is out there. And then it comes out next week. So next week's show, we're going to be looking at the new cards. Hopefully, they'll be available that we can actually start playing. I know that I would like to stream my card opening. I don't know if that's going to happen or not before the show. May or may not, depending on how quickly I can get home. But
For
worst case, we may just do it after the show. But that's a lot of cards to open.
the 50 packs,
Yeah,
I want to stream mine because see how many legendaries I get.
that's right.
I'm going to get
You're
50
gonna
legendaries.
You'll get. Gonna get 50 legendaries.
Let's be positive right
Watch
now.
me. Watch me now.
There is absolutely no way I would get 50 legendaries. Fastidious? Maybe. Me? Not so much.
Well, as it stands, I'm opening about 110 packs.
And you're going to be
So-
on for how many hours?
I don't know. I'll have to ask Rez what he wants to do. Because Rez and I both have the 50 packs to open and multiple other packs. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, you know what's going to happen?
We're going to get more iTunes reviews. That's what's going to happen.
No.
Oh, okay. Because that's
Oh,
what I
well, we
like.
do have some
Maybe.
to cover.
Did we get any?
We did, sort of. Let me
Okay.
clarify
Oh.
this. Real quick, I
Oh.
was just going to say what's going to happen is we're going to get like 17 Mukla Tyrants of the Veils, or something like that. One specific legendary card,
Yep.
like we did
That's
last
what I
time.
was gonna say. You were getting
Oh yeah.
50
Remember
legendaries, and they're all gonna be Deathwing.
how many did we get of Oh, which legendary was that? That was the
Adric the Pure.
yes, Adric the Pure.
I got 6.
That was insane.
I got 1 golden and 5 regular Adric the Pures out of TGT. I was like, are you serious right now? Another Adric the Pure. All of us got it. All of
Yes,
us.
all of us did.
All
Tons,
3 of us.
tons.
It was ridiculous.
It's crazy.
We ended up with like almost a dozen Adric the Pures. It was just ludicrous.
So, anyways, our good friends over here at Power pointed out this great service for us that will go out to all the iTunes reviews stores and grab the reviews and email them to me, so that if you're in another country and you want to put up reviews up on your iTunes review store, we'll get them now. We can see them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually be pulling some of the ones in the past that have happened around the world and bringing those out and shouting those out as we go, so that we have covering all those bases. I got a bunch from different areas. So I'm going to do 2 tonight specifically. Australia. So Australia is represented with Black Hoodie Purple Heart. He said, "Hi there, I like to listen to podcasts once it hits the iTunes store, usually as a background to other work or playing Hearthstone. Hearthstone gives me the opportunity to play with my dad after work, like we used to when I was a kid, even though we live in different states. It's really cool to listen to you guys every week for some casual insights as a break from competitive play. Greetings from Australia and best of luck in the new season."
Dude, that's awesome.
Yes.
I love this. This is cool. I didn't realize we were doing this. Totally cool. Thank you, Black Hoodie Purple Heart.
And
Sure.
then we got one from the Philippines. Rapapui, I believe.
I like it. I like it.
It's Rapapui here from the Philippines. I want to let you guys know that a lot of our Hearthstone community here are always tuning into your cast. We're enjoying.
No way!
Yeah,
That's awesome.
we're enjoying your liveliness of your broadcasts. Continue to help new players learn, as well as be an informative source of information for veterans alike. More power to you guys. P.S. Welcome, Squishy Dragon. Also say hi to Ariane for me.
Oh,
Will
man.
do. Got you covered.
Dude, it never ceases to amaze me the listeners that we have. So I'm humbled. This is so cool. Like, yeah, this is why I think I do this now. I used to do it just because I couldn't stand you guys getting cards wrong, but now I think this is why I do it.
Now, I do remember, that's right, we did read the Australia one last week because he sent it in on chat because he was in chat room with us. But still,
Okay.
again, we're going to try and catch up on some of these. So
I just think it's so cool. I love that we have fans and listeners and friends all over the world. Super cool. Keep those reviews coming. Now that we can see them, just go crazy, guys.
yeah. And we did get an email this week from, I forgot how to say this, Jafuna Buddha. And he said, "Hello there, I'm somewhat new to Hearthstone, got into the game last August, just in time for TGT. I love the game. I'm also somewhat new to podcasting and just started getting into those about a month or so ago, looking to get my game up a bit. And then the most wonderful thing happened. I found LOTI Podcast. Now I am in the Happy Hearthstone Nexus. You guys rock. I love the insights. Much easier to follow than most of the other podcasts out there. Just love how happy Squishy Dragon is and would truly love to play with you guys." So he's can't wait till next Tuesday to hear your newest podcast. And he said at the end, "I work in a zoo, even though I don't know how to play it." Do you get that?
I think it's
Interesting.
pun intended, but
Okay.
maybe
I like
that's just
it.
me.
Okay.
I like it.
Oh, got it. I got it. Okay, it clicked.
Oh dear.
Zoo's a type of warlock deck.
Yes,
Or,
yes.
a
Doesn't
type of
play
deck that
zoo.
plays,
Got it. Yep.
that plays mostly minions, yeah.
So, and he's also in our chat room tonight. He's he's off till Tuesday, so he got to hang out with us today too. So
Oh, sweet.
thanks for joining us. Love it. Thanks for the email. We appreciate it. And then Twitter, I had a Twitter since Espo was late. I got to pick the stuff for Twitter. So this week, Michael sent on Twitter. "I almost lost it hearing Espo say Druid is weak right now. Like, what do you guys did you even watch Winter HTC? And Espo replied, I thought my sarcasm was audible. I apologize.
Yeah, I remember saying this, and I don't remember not being sarcastic, so I apologize. Over radio, sometimes the sarcasm doesn't come across, so I apologize.
Yeah,
Druid,
it can be hard to hear the rolling of eyes.
yeah, this is true. This is true. Or the shaking of the head.
Yes.
Druid is so weak right now.
His head's shaking. Trust me.
Yeah.
It's a rattle.
See, the head
Can you hear
shake.
it?
The head, yeah, you could hear my brain shaking back and forth. Yeah, so I apologize, Michael. I'm glad I caught that on the Twitter. Every once in a while, I do pay attention to the Twitter. So thanks again for tweeting at us. Don't feed the lions. Okay. Yeah. So.
There's my handy.
All right. So Facebook shout out is awesome this week.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I'd love to. So Dave says, so my wife, sorry ladies, and I have devised the breakfast stone challenge. The only time we eat out is for breakfast on the weekends, and we usually play Hearthstone on our phones. Well, this weekend, we decided to let the client auto-construct our decks using the Tavern Brawl rules. So, even though it might make roughly the same deck every time now, we get new decks for every week there is a build your own deck brawl. To steal a line from the legendary Esposito, it's fun guaranteed.
Not only is it fun guaranteed, but fun with your gal.
It is! Like, that's totally cool. Like, I read this and I was, like, totally jealous. So, yeah. But I appreciate you shouting out to me. Thank you very much. I don't know how legendary I am, but I do guarantee fun, and I suggest you guys try to do the same with your games. Try to build a deck that's going to guarantee fun.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to wrap it up. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, no one wants a deck that's going to guarantee grumpy, you know? Like,
well, it depends. If it's getting guaranteed grumpy on your opponent, then hey.
Yeah, I'd still want everybody to have fun.
If you're into that kind of thing. I'm not into giving people sad faces.
Nope, not so much.
Well, that about wraps it up this week. We had a little more to talk about this week than we have in the past, but I think it's really a lot of fun. Looking forward to what's going to come out next week. It's going to be cool. In spite of the fact I was wrong, I know. It's going to be cool. I'm really looking forward to it. The more I see these cards, the more I'm going, okay, I'm ready for them now. In fact, Maddie J Mania, who we've had on the show before in the past, posted on our Facebook group this week, says, I'm not normally a negative person, but I am so sick of the current meta, and I'm ready for the new cards. And it was just it's fun to hear the excitement building from a lot of people. You know, that didn't sound exciting, but he was excited about it. Saying, I'm ready for the new stuff. I'm ready for some changes. I'm ready for the good things to come down the road. So,
and they are very soon.
Very soon. So anyways, if you would like to leave us an iTunes review and have it start showing up in our feed so we can actually see it from another country, please do. We'd love to have it because we'll call those out. And if you want to check out the show notes with those links I mentioned earlier, you can do it at legendoftheinnkeeper.com. And you can also follow us on Twitter at LOTI Podcast. Squishy Dragon is at Squishy Dragon. And Espo is at XCMTV Gamer. And you can also support us through Patreon at patreon.com/legendoftheinnkeeper. And also, you did mention earlier you're streaming on your art during the day.
Yep.
If you want to check that out, Squishy's art stream is at twitch.tv/SquishyDragon, and that's DRAGN. It's in the show notes if you want to check it out. And she does it on 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Thursday. Some crazy art going on over there. So.
Yep, a lot of fun stuff. It's fun.
What are you working on this week?
I am working on the main character from a movie that's going to be coming out in November. It's a little ways off. It's Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It is actually a Harry Potter spinoff. So I'm pretty excited about that one.
Cool stuff. Well, if you want to check it out, come check her stream out during the day. And we appreciate you guys hanging out with us in chat. And we'll look forward to opening some packs next week. So thanks again, guys, and we'll talk to you later.
Good job, team.
A little outro music.
Job's done.
Yay! I'm excited for the little squishies.
There's
two
a couple
of them.
of them. There's a couple.
There's at least two.
Yeah,
There's this,
I think
like
there might
Spawn
be
of
more.
Nazoth or something. Wait, let
Yeah,
me look.
spawn him.
He was the first card we talked about.
Shifter, Zuros, and was it really the first?
Spawn of Nazoth.
Was it really the first one?
All right, guys.
No, that was the
I-
first one.
You
I
look
gotta
tired.
wake up. I gotta wake up in 5 hours and go to
Oh,
work.
go to bed.
So-
Go to bed now.
Yeah, I'm done. All right. It has been so much fun, and I want to stay up because
Yeah, I want to stay up and hang out with you guys, but I need to go. So
Alrighty. No worries. You can
all right, kids.
dream
It's
of
been
new cards.
yeah. I'm so tired. I won't even dream. All right. Well, y'all, it's been fun, and I can't wait till Thursday to see all these cards.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, y'all have fun, and thanks to Twitch for hanging out, and thanks to you guys for being my two favorite co-hosts.
Oh,
Aw, shucks.
I got.
good night. Good night, stream. Thanks for coming. We'll chat you guys later.